In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you, children? This is our English class, and today we will study chapter number 8, our Active English Book 3, chapter 8, page number 31. Let's read first. Look what is written here. There are the names of different boys and girls with their numbers, marks, you can see in the exams or in any test. Then there is mention that this mark are well, then these better, these best. 14 out of 100 badly, 9 out of 100 worse, 2 out of 100 worst. Look why they gave this. Let's read here. Omar did well in the examination. Omar did well. Okay, because he got 79 out of. Uzma did better than Umar. Okay, Maruf did best of them all. It's 94. Then Zia did badly in the examination. Zaib did worse in the examination. Tim did worst of them all. Concentrate on these words. Now look, fast, faster, fastest. A horse moves fast. A car moves faster. Then horse you can say. An aeroplane moves fastest of all. Okay, then slowly, more slowly, most slowly. A man moves slowly. A child moves more slowly. An old man moves most slowly. Now here again, look these words. A slow bus moves slowly. If anything which moves in a slower speed than a bus, then we say more slowly, then most slowly. Quickly, more quickly, most quickly. Loudly, bravely, clearly, fiercely, neatly, politely, carefully, carelessly. Why all these words have ly at the end? Just think about it. Now here we have fast, but faster. There is no more and most. Faster, fastest. Hard, harder, hardest. Badly, worse, worst. Well, better, best. Okay, children. So these words are describing some action. Look like here, fast. A horse moves fast. Moves is a verb. It's a doing word, an action word. And how it moves? Fast. Look here. A loudspeaker speaks loudly. Speaks is a verb. And it's describing how it speaks means loudly. Understand? Then say clearly. A clear writer writes clearly. Writes clearly. Roars fiercely. Writes neatly. Speaks. What are these words? Moves, answers, speaks, fights, writes. Again here, goes, works. These are all verbs. So the word which describes the verb, we call it adverb. So what's the new thing we are going to study? A very easy and simple. It is the word adverb. Let's see the definition. An adverb is a word that modifies a verb. Now first think and recall in your memory that what is the verb. If you remember, In grammar books, I explain you verb is a doing word. It means which describes an action. Action means write, read, sleep, speak. This is verb. So any word which modifies means which describes, or you can say which tells us more about a verb, about any action. This is we call adverb. Understand? A word that modifies a verb, or you can say oh, an adverb is a word that tells us more about a verb. Adverbs often end in ly, as you have seen here in this page. Look, slowly, quickly, loudly, bravely, clearly, fiercely, but often, not always. For example, she speaks loudly. He writes neatly. She can run faster. Here is no ly. So often adverbs end in ly. Okay, children? This is a very simple and easy thing to understand what is adverb that tells us more about a verb. Okay, now move to the next page. Page number 32. Next page of your chapter number 8. The exercise, make sentences like the first one. Look, the example first. A is an example. Omar spoke clearly. Spoke, verb, clearly. But Maruf spoke more clearly. Okay. So he wrote neatly, but his sister, what you will write here? His sister wrote more neatly. A lion can roar fiercely, but two lions can roar more fiercely. You have to put the second degree. Comparative means. Okay. She wrote carefully, but the other peoples wrote more carefully. Okay, children, let's move here. Yes. See from here now. Where were we? On D. She wrote carefully, but the other peoples wrote more carefully. Maruf moved quickly, but Tim moved more quickly. It's an easy exercise. You can do it quickly and easily. A bicycle can go fast, but a car can go faster. Zuhra did well in the test, but Zabe did best in the test. This is exercise number 3, very easy. Now let's see what they are asking us to do in exercise number 4. Make sentences like the first one. Just see the first sentence. This is an example. All the boys shoutly. Now here we talk about all the boys. Shouted loudly, but Umar shouted most loudly. Remember, I told you in the degrees of adjective, when we have comparison between two, then we use more. But when there is a comparison from all, then we use the third one, most loudly. All the soldiers fought bravely, but the leader fought most bravely. All the buses go slowly, but this bus goes most slowly. Number D, they all speak politely, but Uzma speaks most politely. They all worked hard, but Maruf worked hardest. Here is no ly, hardest. All the men drove dangerously, but Jan Shah drove most dangerously. All the women spoke softly, but Miss Jan spoke most softly. This is exercise number 4 of page number. This exercise 3 we have seen, then exercise 4. They are very easy. You have to do it in your notebook. Write this in your notebooks. Now what we have the read aloud. Say these words: eat, it; seat, sit. Look the difference. Eat, it's a long. It. Seat, sit. Sheep, ship. Wheel, will. These, this. Reach, rich. Okay, just see the spelling and the difference of sounds. Now read aloud and spell: he, she, me, we, these, Chinese. See, three, free, knee. Remember I told you whenever there is a K before N, then you will not take the sound of K out. Only we start from knee. The K is silent. Sneal. Again, there is a K before N. Sneal. Deep. Sweet. Sheet. Weak. Asleep. Cheerful. Greedy. See. Seat. Tea. Teapot. Teacher. Leader. Easy. Please. Speak. Meal, steal, leaf, cheap, cheaply, meat, neat, ice cream, peace, chief, fierce, fiercely. You have to say these words 2 or 3 times, then have to learn the spellings also. Now the words with the picture: a key, people, a policeman, the ceiling. Okay, children, you have to say these words and then learn the spelling carefully. Okay, now this is our chapter 8. We did exercise 3 and 4, and we understood what about the adverb. As I told you here clearly. What is adverb? A word which modifies a verb. A word that tells us more about verb, and often it ends with ly, not always, often. It's describe the action, the verb. This is chapter 8. Now we have to study English B. Take out your books, the grammar tree book, page number 74. Let's see what we have on this page. It's a small, you can say, story, comprehension. What a mess. Let's read with me. Babar's room is so untidy. Almost all his toys are on the floor. His books are all over the place. Babar's mother makes his bed, but he throws his things on the bed, and it is soon untidy again. He likes to eat potato crisps and leaves the empty packets on the carpet. His room is full of dust. Babar does not help his mother to keep his room clean. Do you remember the previously what we have read? Sarah's room on page number 73. This is page 74. 70. Sarah's room. Sarah is a good girl and she makes her own bed and she makes his room neat and clean. But it's about the Babar's room is so untidy. Babar's mother makes his bed, but he throws his things on the bed and it is soon untidy again. He likes to eat potato crisps and leaves the empty packets on the carpet. His room is full of dust. Babar does not help his mother to keep his room clean. So Babar is a bad boy. He is not a good boy. Let's answer the questions given below. Answers already written. Where are most of Babar's toys to be found? What we read, almost all his toys are on the floor. So most of Babar's toys are to be found on the floor. Who makes Babar's bed? Babar's mother makes his bed. So what will the answer? His mother means Babar's mother makes his bed. What does Babar do with the empty packets of crisps? You read this here. He likes to eat potato crisps and leaves the empty packets on the carpet. So he leaves the empty packets on the carpet. What does Babar do? He leaves the empty packets on the carpet. How does Babar make his bed untidy? Look here. But he throws his things on the bed and it is soon untidy again. How does Babar make his bed untidy? He throws his things on the bed. By doing this, he makes his bed untidy again, or by throwing the empty packets of potato crisp and other things on the floor like in the picture, he makes his room untidy and full of dust. Okay, children. First, we have read about the Sarah's room, and now we read about the Babar's room. Now, what is your work to do now? Yes, here is an assignment for you. Write a paragraph on my room. It means now you have to write by your own about your room, how you keep your room. Do you help your mothers? Do you clean your room? Whatever you do and how your room is look like, you have to make a paragraph, one paragraph of 4 to 5 lines. Then you describe your room and what you do for keeping your room good and clean. Okay, children, that's all for today. Thank you so much.